So this post might get me some hate, but these are rides that I think need to get reimagined as of like yesterday. The first one is going to be Finding Nemo's Submarine Voyage. Now, I have so much disdain for this ride. The claustrophobia, it's just, I don't get what I want out of a Finding Nemo attraction for such a beloved movie. I think this ride is awful, and I think that this whole ride system just needs to go. We need to fill her in. I don't know why we can't fill in this one, but we're taking Rivers of America out in Disney World, but that's beside the point. I don't think we need this kind of ride experience. You experience this whole ride out of a little porthole. It's not accessible for any guests that have a hard time walking up and down stairs, to where they have to have a little room that plays you a video, which is almost essentially the exact same experience. I get really claustrophobic in there, especially at the end when you're waiting to unload and you're just staring at a wall underwater. It takes up a ton of real estate in Tomorrowland. Next ride that needs to get reimagined is Pinocchio's. I have so much nostalgia for the Disney dark rides. I don't want to get rid of any of them. But I think it's time for Pinocchio's to go. Much like Snow White's Scary Adventures that got reimagined, this one's another like pretty scary one. The only two dark rides in Fantasyland that have not been updated with new technology are Pinocchio and Mr. Toad's, and that's because they're just not timeless films or movies that speak to the youth of today. I think if you're going to get rid of one, I think Pinocchio's is the one to go. It's the scarier, it's kind of weird. I don't think kids nowadays have much attachment to Pinocchio at all, and even if you were to update the technological features of this, I don't really think it would be worth it. It's probably honestly just better to reimagine this dark ride to a story, to an IP that speaks more to the youth of today while still giving that classic Fantasyland feel. The next one is Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. Out of the game style attraction, this one is honestly my least favorite. It's just really outdated. It could be really cool. They could retheme it. It's difficult to figure out if you even hit anything, and it's really hard to see where you're even aiming. And even the picture at the end is really difficult to see. Honestly, it's not even worth emailing to yourself anymore. We could even still use Toy Story, but this ride needs a massive update. And because we already have a game style attraction themed to Toy Story in DCA as well, that is far superior, maybe let's retheme this to something that fits Tomorrowland. Stitch is really popular again. Maybe we can do something for him. You know, give him his attraction, redeem himself from Great Escape in Disney World. I think that might be a good idea.